Next up, we have the Tom McAllister running for president, and he will be introduced by Matt Miller.
Good evening, everyone. As Stephanie said, I'm going to be introducing Tom McAllister, who's running for the position of president of the Ann Arbor Jaycees. Tom joined our chapter after the 2007 4th of July parade, in which Byron Meyer informed him that the worst thing he'd have to do as a Jaycee would be to put away our stage, which they were working on at the time. Tom's joining the chapter was a pleasant surprise for his wife, Michelle, who was out of town at the time, but excited for him when she heard the news. And I got to meet Tom in 2008 when we were both walking around the track at Relay for Life. And even though it was about 6 a.m. on a Sunday morning, I gotta say I was really impressed with Tom's energy and his outgoing nature. We had a great time just talking around, just walking around, chatting for a couple hours. And as a newer Jaycee, kind of feeling a little bit out of my element, I must say Tom really knew how to make me feel comfortable. And I had a chance to work with Tom for the first time on the Oktoberfest project in 2008 when he was a management director. His communication, his support, his guidance throughout that process, throughout my first project, was fantastic. And it didn't surprise me at all to see him go on to win our 2008 Director of the Year award. In 2009, Tom served as our management vice president and was awarded the Outstanding Local Vice President Award by the Michigan Jaycees and the Most Dedicated Jaycee Award presented by the Ann Arbor Jaycees. Tom was serving as our treasurer in 2010 when he became a 10th degree Jaycee and has served this year as the presidential assistant and the training director. Through the different positions he's held since joining our chapter years ago, Tom has gained the knowledge and experience necessary to lead our chapter. Tom's very approachable, he's got a great sense of humor, and he really has a great way of making people feel comfortable around him. And I know these features will help make him a great face of our organization. Over the last few years, Tom's become a great friend, and I'm excited to see what he'll be able to accomplish as the president of our chapter. Please help me in welcoming Tom McAllister.
Thank you, Matt, for that wonderful introduction. Good evening, fellow Jaycees and guests. I, like many of you, joined the Jaycees because I wanted to meet new people, support the Ann Arbor community, try new things, and develop myself personally and professionally. But most of all, I wanted to have fun. So Matt told you about some of the things I've accomplished as a Jaycee, but let me tell you about some of the fun things I've been able to do since I joined in 2007. I've traveled to India, Argentina, Uruguay, Canada, and Puerto Rico for the first time. I've shot a .357 Magnum handgun. I've sat in Jim Leland's chair with the smell of smoke still hanging in the air. I've gone snow tubing at Boyne. I've had more chicken wings at B-dubs in the last 4 years than I've had in the first 35 years of my life. It's not even close. I've eaten a fresh potato chip, still hot, right off the conveyor belt at the Better Made Potato Chip Factory. I've gotten to ride on a combine. Thank you, Scott. And I got to meet all of you. And if I haven't yet, I will. Now, I don't want you to think I'm all about fun and don't think about the important things. The most important job of a president, in my opinion, is to be able to stand back and look at the bigger picture. As I look at the current state of the Ann Arbor Jaycees, I think we need to be honest with ourselves about a few things. So here's a few areas which I think we can improve on in 2012. First, our membership demographics are skewed to the 30 to 40 crowd. Not that there's anything wrong with that, I'm one of them. We need to make a conscious effort, though, to attract younger members into our chapter and provide programming for those folks. In addition, we need to have programming that caters to the family-oriented contingent in our chapter, which is also pretty large. We're the best, still the best kept secret in Ann Arbor. We absolutely need to change this. We need to sell ourselves even more to the community in order to compete with all the other activities in the Ann Arbor area. My goal is to have a substantial advertising budget that is independent of project activities, which will focus on getting the Ann Arbor Jaycees name out into the community. Would you rather the Ann Arbor Jaycees be a household name? I know I would. We have some folks who are paper members and don't come out to many events, but why is this? I will be addressing this personally, as I will be calling every single member in the chapter to see what they'd like to see changed, why they're not coming out, and what projects they'd like to see run. We will be documenting these ideas with the end goal to have everybody be involved. The last few years, we as a chapter have been concerned with saving enough money so that if we lost our main fundraising project, the summer carnival, we could get by with what we had. Well, we have plenty now, roughly $50,000 in the checking and savings account. So that needs to change. As a chapter, we absolutely need to come up with another large fundraising project for this chapter so we can take the pressure off of Carnival. And we need to ideate, plan, and execute that in 2012. This will allow us to funnel more money back into the chapter and into the advertising of the chapter. So the money-saving theme hurt in other areas as well, as folks weren't seeing the benefits of being a member of the chapter. As a chapter, we need to give back to our members. We will continue to have food at every GMM next year. We will have at least one free project every quarter for our membership, whether it be whirly ball, a baseball game, whatever. Members will see exactly where their money is going. Project ideas are another area that I think we need to spice up a little bit. Let's have some fun, exciting projects. I mean, what's on your bucket list? Is it riding a race car? Is it skydiving? Is it going to Paris? Let's get crazy and think up some really cool project ideas and do it. And for those projects that we'll continue to run, like Easter extravaganza, parade, carnival, etc., folks will be challenged to make them bigger and better than they ever have before. And lastly, less is sometimes more. What do I mean by this? Well, we've had some challenges this year with finding chair people to run all of our projects. If we have to run less projects in 2012 in order to create a bigger impact within the community and with our members, we will do that. Every project will have a chairperson, a director, and a VP overseeing it. While we like to have fun and help the community, we have to remember that there is a leadership development component to this chapter as well. I wouldn't be standing here before you without it. Well, that's my platform. I'd like to thank Mary Jo and her team who've already started implementing some of these ideas this year. We need to keep our chapter fresh and fun for our members. Why? Because we're going to have fun doing it, people are going to see that, and they're going to want to join. I can promise you that I will be this chapter's biggest cheerleader and will represent the chapter in a way that is befitting of the long legacy that the Ann Arbor Jaycees have had within the Ann Arbor community. I'd like to leave you with a quote that I have always loved. The achievements of an organization are the results of the combined effort of each individual. And you're probably wondering who said this. It's actually a football coach by the name of Vince Lombardi. It's a very fitting quote for our chapter because it's absolutely true. 2012 will only be great if you all pitch in and help, even if it's just a little bit. I look forward to personally talking with each and every one of you and gaining your perspective and ideas. If I haven't met you yet, I look forward to shaking your hand and saying hello. This is our chapter, and it's pretty great. I thank you, fellow Jaycees, from the bottom of my heart for this nomination, and I will not let you down. I humbly ask that you vote for me later this evening when the time comes. Let's raise the bar in 2012 and make this year a year to never forget. Thank you.
For director positions, we have Josh Hunt. We have Melissa Knitter. Heidi Miller. Jill Whitrock. For individual development vice president, we have Karen Haberlin. For your community vice president, Jerry Atkins. And for your 2012 president, Tom McAllister. She's a guaranteed a spot, and that is Mary Jo Knitter for your COB.